Hello and welcome to Ham Nation, episode 604 for August 13th, 2025. And I hope you all are having a great week. I am, because I'm about to get on a plane heading out to Huntsville Hamfest. I hope you come out and say hi. But we have a wonderful show packed for you all. Let's say hi to our glorious hosts. Host, how are you this fine week? Staying cool,
so far,
hopefully?
so good.
Gordo, how you doing? Top of the pyramid. What's going on?
All is well, and good to see everybody out there.
Wonderful, wonderful. And Dawn, how are you? Nice shirt, by the way. I just noticed it. Great shirt.
Thank you.
That's why you called him Mav. Or they're like, what is this inside joke? I don't get what's happening here. Okay, I got it now. Jeez.
Well, while you're heading east to Huntsville, I'm not going this year because, of course, we already had the Young Ham of the Year presentation here because Katie is in Germany over there. So I'm heading west for the weekend. We're going over to Cajun country to spend the weekend around New Iberia and Avery Island, where Tabasco is made. We're going to go tour the Tabasco factory and do a few other things, Dawn and I, just to kind of get out of the town for a little while. So while you're enjoying a cool ham fest, I'll be enjoying some hot sauce.
Will you be having some mud bugs to go along with it, Dawn?
Well, perhaps, yeah. We're definitely bringing an ice chest to bring back like some boudin and sausage and all kinds of other Cajun delicacies. So yeah.
So I thought boudin was sausage. What is boudin?
It is. It's a type. It's a type of sausage. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of different kind of sausage.
Excellent.
So,
Amanda,
gonna have a good weekend.
Indeed.
I'm fantastic. So we're on fire here in Colorado. It's on the western slope of Colorado. We've got about 130,000 acres burnt up in about 5 different fires. So they don't get a lot of big press because they're nowhere near like Rocky Mountain National Park or things like that. But they're still in some very precious forest land. But anyhow, this hot weather is not helping, but just thoughts and prayers out to all of our responders out there getting on the line and trying to get some containment. And there's not much containment, but so people are east of us are getting some smoke and stuff. That's what it's from. Anyhow, let's see. What do we got going on tonight? We are going to be discussing International Dog Day and a special event just for it. And that we got Caryn Eve Murray and Brian, K3ES. And Brian, I apologize, I can't remember your last name. And also we have Kev, our net control for 40 meters with a special announcement. So stick around, everyone. We'll get to your questions and I'll be in the chat room as much as possible. If not, Josh will cover me. So let's get to it. Gordo's got some fun stuff to talk about tonight. Take it away, Gordo.
All right. Well, thanks so much, Amanda. And tonight and tomorrow night is the night. So, Josh, if you want to go ahead and roll the shots. And let's tune in to Perseids. The Perseids meteor shower is the largest meteor shower of them all. And tonight and tomorrow night will be the peak. However, it goes for almost a week. So we're going to see a lot more than just what you normally see in a meteor shower. And there's a ton of meteor showers that those of you in the dark areas where you don't have a lot of light pollution will see a bunch. Out here in SoCal and Denver and down where Don is and everywhere else, so much light pollution, Perseids will shine through of all the different meteor showers. Now, the Perseids are meteorites that are actually coming through the E layer. And that ionospheric E layer is where all the excitement is of ham radio operators being able to exchange quick signal reports. And when you're working a meteor shower, the reports have to come fast and furious because that tail of the ionized E layer only lasts for about 2 or 3 seconds. Whoa. So here's a contact that we made a couple of years ago via meteor shower.
QRZ, B6 Nancy, Ocean America, QRZ.
WB6NOA, Kilo Juliet 7 Fox, S2.
KJ7F, WB6NOA 5454, Delta Mike 13, over.
And that was it, talking 800 miles via meteor scatter. So Perseids are You can see them on a pan adapter, and if you have a waterfall display, you're going to have a great shot at looking at the excitement. But the excitement only lasts for a couple of seconds, as you can see here. But there are signals that are on the air constantly, and you might want to try them. And you do not need a single sideband radio to hear and get the reflected signals, not refracted, but reflected. Good old FM, plus or minus 5 kilohertz. You can tune in to aeronautical beacons or aeronautical ground stations that are on around 108 to 136. You're going to hear a lot of little just bursts of signals, including 75, which is the localizer. For those with a sideband rig, tonight, 28 megahertz, 28.4. Upper sideband is going to give you great results. Better results will be on 6 meters. The lowest we go in frequency is about the 6 meter band and the 10 meter band for picking up reflections. And these reflections can also be heard on sideband on 2 meters and even way up at 432. But the higher you go in frequency, the shorter the burn can be received. So you want to try probably 28 megahertz. And what you'll see on the waterfall is a signal abruptly beginning, and then as you see on the right-hand side, very quickly fading away. And that was the meteor that you were tuning into, the Perseids Meteor Trail. So we hope all of you will both see it as well as take advantage of listening to it. I like the FM music band. Go to about 100, 101, 102. Find an area where there's no FM station, and with an outside simple FM music antenna, you should be able to hear a station just pop up out of nowhere, and you'll hear it for about 2 seconds. And it's not the meteorite itself, but the tail that is the ionized portion. So we sure hope all of you will have a good opportunity to work a little meteor scatter this coming weekend and also tonight and tomorrow. Now, this weekend, you'll have an opportunity of seeing folks on the air, and that on the air will be via microwave. And the VHF, UHF microwave are exciting, especially up at 10,000 megahertz. That's the dish that we use both in the dune buggy as well as Maritime Mobile. And this is your typical microwave setup. They usually go to a mountaintop, or because we don't have big mountains in Southern California, we go to a little ridge that is about 800 feet, and we can work 300 or 400 miles with about a half a watt of power on 10,368 megahertz. That's higher than your microwave oven. Now, the gear is not quite homebrew. You can get some transverters, and what the transverter does in all of those cables and so on is it's going to take 10,000 or 24,000 megahertz and bring it down to the 144 or the 10 meter 28 megahertz band with your supplied transceiver. And the transverters each have a little receiver section and then the down converter to bring it down all the way so we can pick it up with our IF radio. And the Kuhn down converter transverter that up converts also the transmit signal is what a lot of microwave folks enjoy. It comes from overseas, and just KUHNE, I think, I can't quite read it here, but something of that spelling is the most popular one. They're expensive, $300 to $500, and they put out just a little bit of power. And if you really get serious, you can buy a power amplifier that'll take about a quarter watt or a half a watt and amplify it to about 2 or 3 watts. Now, 2 or 3 watts sounds like flea power. which it is, but at 10,000 and 24,000 megahertz, you're going to find that those signals will go hundreds of miles. And it's sort of exciting with your microwave system to be going out there and banging a signal, sometimes reflecting off of a mountaintop or a billboard. That's what happens on the radar. And the folks that operate 10 gigs and 24 gigahertz up on the mountaintops, these are microwave experts. So this weekend, if you spot somebody with a dish, many times when they're not actually tuning in a station, just ask of their interest in telling you more about what they do, because in their part-time job, they may be working for SpaceX or someone like that, as you see in some of the shots here. And here is the San Bernardino Microwave Society, and you can look up their webpage at SBMS at groups.io. SBMS, San Bernardino Microwave Society, and they have all sorts of tutorial papers that'll help you get started with microwaves. And when we do the tune-up, you'll actually see that they bring in thousands of dollars worth of equipment just for us to play around and see how our antenna system is performing. And the reason that microwaves are so important is we've got to use them because, as you know, the FCC might sell them to another commercial entity. And congratulations to Arden. That's the amateur radio network using mesh. And mesh is indeed a form of microwave, not quite as high as 10,000 megahertz. They're down about 2 gigahertz, but still the mesh network is microwave. And while we won't see any mesh out there, we should see operators on 10,000 and 24,000 megahertz. So this weekend, look up for Perseids as well as look at the mountaintops for those operators operating point-to-point microwave. So that's my story, Amanda, and there's a ton of microwave activity out there in the Denver area. Amanda?
Oh, there certainly is. I got a lot of 10 gig guys. I got one sitting right here in the living room with me. They love to experiment with it. Gordo, a couple of questions, and I know the answer, but some might not know. Do you need another license or a special license for microwave operations?
Okay. That's a great question. And I should have said it's open to every licensed ham radio operator's technician class indeed. So the tech license and higher, you're on there. No special license, just the thrill of operating micropower.
Okay, and another question just coming through the chat was more of a comment. Just be careful, microwave frequencies can cause harm. Now, do you want to expand on that a little bit, Gordo, what he means?
Yes, if you see somebody on a hilltop with a microwave system, do not stand in front of the dish. Number one, you're going to sabotage their receiving of the other station. And number two, you're going to be exposing yourself well beyond the exposure limits for microwaves. So just be very, very careful. Do not stand in front of the equipment. Stand to the rear. And if it's well put together, it's not leaking any microwaves, just like your microwave oven, but don't be in the mainstream of that energy coming out of a local antenna.
Fantastic. Thank you, Gordo. It always helps to be safe while you're doing this. And if you don't know what you're doing, go maybe find an Elmer, a mentor to go with for the first time trying this out for mountaintops. Next question, Gordo, is what times are best for following the meteor scatter and listening for those signals?
The best time is just before dawn. That's when Perseids is up high enough that it's not going to be obstructed by local mountains. So 3 or 4 a.m. local time before the sun comes up, and the moon is pretty much not going to be a problem early in the morning. Early in the evening, many times the moon is going to obscure them slightly, but I like 12 o'clock to 2 o'clock. That way I get a good night's sleep after I've seen a couple.
Absolutely. Or you're up for the day. And another question was, what about using weak signal modes this way?
The weak signal mode, we had some folks try some of the WSJT modes, and the burn is so short. It's anywhere from 2 to 5 seconds that you're going to hear signals. We recommend your good old ears for CW, which is the preferred mode, single sideband, but certainly try some of the digital modes to see if you could exchange a signal. But by the time you get your information out in the digital mode, the other station doesn't have the time to come back and be on the same Meteor trail for a response. So good old voice and CW.
Good to know. Thank you. Otherwise, you might just be wasting your time or wasting other people's that might want to get in there as well. Josh, did you have any other questions? Does anyone else anyone have questions?
I do.
Go ahead.
Gordo, what would you say is like the minimal viable station for working the Perseids? Like what kind of antenna and power output should you be looking for to actually be effective?
Okay, for the Perseids Meteor shower, FM radio, and FM is a preferred mode because then you don't have to worry a little bit about Doppler shift that you would with CW or sideband. Generally a 3-element beam aimed up about 45 degrees in the direction of the Perseids constellation, and 3-element beam with maybe 10 or 20 watts of power, and you'll be doing just fine. You don't have to run 100 watts or a kilowatt, just a good old small directional antenna. And even the white fiberglass comet and diamond collinear arrays, I've worked several contacts via Meteor scatter if they're low elevation down in the strong area of the antenna's pattern.
Very good. Okay.
Fantastic. And also, everybody, be sure to follow Randy on X because he's highly into this weekend, or this week, and he's been posting a lot. So it's fun to see what he's been hearing, and he loves to share. So, anything else, you guys?
I'm good.
Nope. Well, thank you, Gordo. We appreciate all the information, and our viewers love you. Chat room was going crazy about this. So.
Yeah.
Thanks, chat room.
We appreciate you. Okay. Why don't we get on to our next guest? We're going to be talking about International Dog Day, and I have Caryn Eve Murray, KD2GUT, and Brian, I still don't have your last name. I apologize. K3ES. Anyhow, they're going to be talking about International Dog Day, the special event station, and how it's grown. Miss Caryn, welcome to the show again. You're just here 2 weeks ago wearing a different hat. Welcome, and tell us what you guys are doing.
Thanks so much. And I just want to say, who let the dogs out? We let the dogs out. We let the dogs out, and the dogs are already running. That's important for everybody to know. The dogs have been running since the first of the month in Europe and in the UK. We are joining them on the 20th as K2D. And before I go any further, we have a very important operator here with her sidekick. I'd like to introduce Brian Manley. And I cannot see on the small screen. Is this Gracie or Molly?
So I'm not getting Caryn's audio. I'm assuming she's kicked it over my direction.
Okay. Brian is there. Oh, we have no audio.
An audio problem.
Okay, why don't you both hit F5?
Yeah, just refresh.
And Josh is going to pull up a screen here for us. We'll just go over to their website.
Yeah.
No problemo.
Yeah, it's tough to bark when there's no audio.
And now I was not ready for the audio switch, so I apologize. Hold on.
Yeah.
They're in the middle of refreshing, so it's going to take them a second to come in.
Okay. I will say that Dog Day, the dogs have been running since the 1st of August in Europe. The originator of the on-air event is Hans, who is using the call sign YL1DOG. And Hans will actually, he not only has been on since day one, he will continue through Lighthouse Weekend. So he can be, this is a dog you can chase for as long as you like. And Hans is very happy. He's a CW op. He's very happy to work anyone and everyone. I've got to catch up with him myself because I've said, Hans, you have to be in the part of the band where I have my privileges. I'm general class, so please, some real estate for the general class. We have also in Germany, we have 2 ops. We have Misha and Ed. Misha is DA0DOG. Ed is DL0DOG. You can see a pattern with the suffix. It's
absolutely.
David is in the UK with GB4 altogether now. DOG. Right? Okay, and we are Kilo 2 dog for this year. For this year, next year we'll see what we get. We have other plans that I will not disclose at the moment, but we are moving forward with this project. So we have something different this year. Brian has been with us now. This is the 2nd year, and I hope we'll continue into the 3rd year. And Brian, by the way, next year you have to get another dog. One dog for each year that you operate with us.
Is that the rules?
We'll see about that.
Yes.
Brian, why don't you tell us how you got involved and why this is a passion for you?
Well, I got involved because my friend Caryn asked if I would be interested, and I had a blast with it last year. I had a shack mate. This is Molly. She's about a 6-year-old Boston Terrier. Last year she was 5. And so she sat with me while I made most of my contacts. And for anybody who made a contact with me, it was Molly says woof. This year, Molly's been with us since 2022. We adopted her through a rescue, and she had been rescued from a backyard breeder situation, and she's just been the best Boston Terrier we could ask for. She's my number 1 POTA dog. This year, we decided we would try to find a friend for Molly, and went back to the same rescue. And if I can do some exchange here, I may be able to introduce
the dog swap. Yes.
Here we
go. Dog swap.
Dog swap. Oh,
this is Gracie.
Gracie.
And Gracie is a 5-year-old Boston Terrier. She's about 2/3 the size of Molly, but she's got about 3 times the energy, it seems. No, I just woke her up from sleeping, so she may be looking a little drunk here, but she's been with us now for about 3 weeks, and she has absolutely just changed the dynamic around here. Molly's still not sure what to do with her, but she is quite the lady, and so she will be with me in the shack as well as Molly this year. They may trade off, I'm not sure, and they will probably wander off, but we've just been really enthused to have these ladies living with us, and anybody that's got an opportunity to adopt a shelter pet, it's a wonderful thing to do, and there are some dogs out there in desperate need of love and affection, so we're really happy to be able to provide forever homes for these 2 ladies.
Oh, that is precious. I've got 2 rescues. Caryn, let's go back. On the website, I saw something about different kinds of awards you can get.
Yes.
So there's different levels.
Very important. Yeah, okay. This is a new element this year. And before I get to that, I just want to say what you're seeing on the screen, what you're seeing on Brian's lap, is what this is all about. It is all about saving lives, helping dogs in need of a home, in need of safety, rescuing them from abuse and abandonment, and enjoying their companionship. Aww. So this is this is a call to action. That said, it's still fun, and it's got to be fun, right? We've got to every dog needs a bone. So here's what we're throwing as a bone. We now have a software platform that enables most of our operators, when it's possible, to do live logging. So all you folks who are into instant gratification, this is your way to punch in your call sign and see if that contact you made 3 minutes ago is in the log. You will know right away. When you qualify for one of our certificates, which I'll get to in a moment, you will know immediately that you qualify. And guess what? Amazon Prime has got nothing on us. We deliver instantly. You don't have to wait till the evening or the next morning. You got your certificate, you can download it. So this is good. They're gorgeous, by the way. And I want to thank Chris, G5VZ, for designing them for us. There is the Perky Puppy. Everybody gets a Perky Puppy. You make one contact, you get a Perky Puppy, because that certificate acknowledges that you were a part of this event. Then you get the Chaser Trilogy. That's any 3 unique stations. Now this is important. You can't cheat and work K2D 3 times. You've got to work 3 unique stations.
So all of those DOGs we talked about earlier, get those in the logs for it.
Yep, yep. We want you to do some DXing. This is truly an international event, and that's what this is about. As a matter of fact, the next certificate is called the International. And you work 1 station in each country. Okay, so if you work K2D, you can work K2D as much as you like, but the point is only 1 of those contacts will count. And then you've got to work Germany, Latvia, and the UK. Okay, next year we hope to add even more countries, which means it's going to be more difficult, but it will also be more fun. Finally, the big kahuna is the full kennel. With the full kennel, you contact every station. Every station. Now remember, K2D is 1 station. Even though we have 11 operators scattered throughout the US, we are 1 station. So work everybody else and us, and you get a full kennel. And that's it. This year anyway, it doesn't get much better than that. We are CW and single side bark only.
Single side bark.
And we will think next year about how to fine-tune some of these awards so that we can encourage a bit more balance between the 2 modes. Because not everybody's a CW op, and not every CW op has a microphone, and they should.
That's a true statement. Quick question: what are the dates that this is operating from? When to when?
Okay, the in UTC it is operating. Well, as I say, it's already on, and everybody should, after seeing this program, should get on the air and work our buddies in Europe. We are on the air as K2D starting on the 20th of August, and we have our grand finale on the 26th, which is International Dog Day. And Hans will continue thereafter. You can work him on Lighthouse Day. He will be YL1 DOG. But basically, it's until the 26th. So it's a short run.
Fantastic. Brian, did you want to add anything else about what's happening? What are you going to be doing on the radio? Phone, CW, all the above?
Brian, are you... I know I'm doing both. I'm going to be doing both because we want people to tell us about their dogs.
Well, my thing is CW, so I'll probably be doing CW.
And then someone in the chat room asked frequencies, what bands?
Yeah, and I may even dust off my mic.
There you go.
I'll work you. What bands? Really, all the ones that are allowed for special events.
All across the bands, and
HF bands for us. Yeah.
Sure. That makes sense. Like most of your special events, HF. 10 through 80 possibly. It probably just depends on what's open for the day for everybody. And you said you had 11 operators. Are they scattered throughout the United States?
We do. We have, thank goodness, we have the West Coast represented, Washington State and California. We have the Midwest, Indiana. And we've got a bunch of us East Coasters, Brian and I, and KO4WFP. We have Terry, and a bunch of folks. We got James, KB2FMH. He will definitely be doing sideband, and he did a beautiful job designing our page on QRZ.
Okay, and one other question. So many people are going to fall in love with this and want to say, I want to help the dogs. I want to save the dogs. How can people get involved for next year and help be operators or whatever assistance you might need?
Okay, very good question, because we will be planning something for next year. They can reach out to the email address, dogdayradiok9@gmail.com. Okay, dogdayradiok9, one word, mushed together, no punctuation. dogdayradiok9@gmail.com. More importantly, for this year, if you have any blankets you can donate, any towels you can donate, anything else you can think of you might like to donate in any form of currency or food or your own time. Be a dog walker. Be a foster dog person. Be kind to your own dog. Be a little forgiving if you've just adopted a dog who's been abused or abandoned and is having issues. Be kind. That's what this is all about, being kind.
Well, I love it. And if you think of some social media hashtags or something people should be using, let us know about that as well, so they can post pictures and say that they're supporting this. Let us know. Josh, any other questions for the group?
Well, I was posting all the fun jokes. Like, here's one. Are there any power limits on single side bark, or is it only bare paw? You'll have to go back and look at some of the comments, but we have got quite a number of people that are just loving what you're doing. Owning animals is a great responsibility and commitment. Think about it. Loving the dogs, just all kinds of great stuff. So everybody's really vibing with what you're doing out there. Gosh, I guess you already mentioned bands, modes, and everything else, but you should go to the QRZ page for more information, I think, and the website as well, which is linked in the video description.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Caryn and Brian, for being here this evening. And hello to Molly and Grace again. And we appreciate you. Everyone get out there and work the international stations and look for them spotted. Look for those DOGs. So, all right. Thanks, you guys, for being here.
Thank you for supporting us and giving us some time. We'll see you soon. We'll see you on the air.
Forward to seeing you on the air.
Yeah, thank you both. Bye-bye.
7-3.
7-3. Okay, I think we're going to go to ICOM.
Fun, Sun, and QSO. Wherever you go, keep the fun going with one of ICOM's go-to rigs. As the days get longer and the bands heat up, make sure you're ready with a radio that works as hard as you do. So kick back and enjoy the breeze and make those QSOs with ease. Remote ready, contest capable, and built for Sirius signal, step into the future of amateur radio with ICOM's powerhouse trio. The IC7760 HF digital transceiver, the IC-PW2 1 kilowatt HF 50 MHz linear amplifier, and the all-new RC7760 remote controller. Designed to work in perfect harmony, this system offers full remote operation, high output power, and seamless integration across the bands. The RC7760 remote controller serves as an extra control head, and up to 5 can be registered to the RF deck, though only one can be active at a time. For wireless connectivity, simply connect a commercially available Wi-Fi access point via the LAN port. Whether you're working from the shack, the field, or a remote site, you'll experience crystal clear audio, digital precision, and amplifier-grade power, all from a single unified interface. It's the ideal setup for contesters, MCOM operators, and high-demand users who expect more from their gear. The IC7300 combines intuitive touchscreen control, real-time spectrum display, and superior signal purity into one compact rig. Built for satellite, EME, and weak signal enthusiasts, the IC9700 combines all-mode operation on VHF, UHF, and 1.2 GHz. The IC2730A now features a high-contrast black display. It offers everything operators love: true dual-band operation, independent control knobs, and optional Bluetooth compatibility for hands-free operation. The IC718 is a favorite among new hams and portable operators, offering simple operation, rugged construction, and clean audio with DSP filtering. For more information about all of ICOM's great amateur radios, visit icomamerica.com/amateur today.
And a huge thank you to ICOM for sponsoring Ham Nation here on the Ham Radio Crash Course. Every time we go live, we give away 3 swag packs, and at the end of the month, we give away a radio, all courtesy of ICOM. Let's see what we're giving away in the month of August. It is a IC V86. So make sure you get in by clicking the Enter Now button, which is linked in the video description. But for this week, we got 3 winners for swag packs. You have to tune in for the end of the month to see who wins the radio. It is Devin N0DVE, Kristen DKO4FZJ, and Christopher DKJ5FTL. Faster than light. So make sure you go click Enter Now, join the giveaway, potentially win a swag pack, and then maybe win a radio once we pick the winner. All right, we're going back to Amanda to say a big thank you to Kevin.
Yes, that's right. Everybody, if you've ever been on the nets after the show, we've always had Kevin, KC7FPF, hosting that. Actually, I can't say always because there were a couple others that helped start with Bob on the after show net. But Kev has been here a really, really long time and just the most friendly host on the air that we could ever ask for. And Kevin has made the tough decision to have to step away from that role. And Kev, thanks for being here tonight. And I'm sure you would like to talk to the audience a little bit about the whys and what you've loved about it. So take it away, Kev.
Okay, well, first of all, good evening to everybody here on Ham Nation. And anybody that's been here for any length of time know that I've been here a long time. I think over 10 years, or just about, I won't say from the start of Ham Nation, but pretty close to the start of Ham Nation. And how I picked it up is both when the gentleman in Connecticut and the other gentleman in the Midwest. And I said, well, I'm here in Florida, down here in the Southeast, and I can operate as a relay operator. And eventually, as time progressed, I ended up picking up the net completely. So I've been here for that length of time. I know just about everybody. I haven't met Amanda in person yet, but one of these days, we're going to catch up with you and your husband.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's been fun to the net. I've met a lot of people across the country. I've actually met some that have actually made the trip to Orlando. I'm here in Florida. So for me to go to the Orlando Ham Fest, it's just like it's right in my backyard. It's about an hour from where I'm here. But I have to step away here. I've got some family issues I'm dealing with, and I don't feel that I can dedicate the time to that. So as I explained to Amanda, no matter what ham radio is, in my book, family always comes first, no matter what. Period. No matter what.
Absolutely.
But I mean, I'm not going away from ham radio. It's just that I need to step back from some of my activities and concentrate on what I need to take care of. But over the years, I mean, I tell you what Amanda was saying a long time ago, that when Bob passed away, that was like just a shock to us all here at Ham Nation. Met him several times, really nice guy. And he may not have said much to me, but he always acknowledged that I was there. So over the years, of course, like most people, I picked up little trinkets from Bob. over here on the wall over here. I won't say it's a shrine, but I've got a couple of things that are autographed from him. The cover of QST when they did the Pine Board project. I got him to autograph the cover of the magazine.
That's awesome.
That's all framed. I've also got a couple of QSL cards with his signature on it. And these only came out 1 year. I've got a little Heil snow globe.
Oh, wow.
So
I didn't even know that existed.
So
That's amazing.
I did not either. That is so cool.
And that's it. And I got him to autograph the bottom of it. You can see his signature. So
and
that's
purple.
Yeah,
of course.
That's sitting right here. It's sitting right here in front of me on the monitor. And have a nice little Heil mic right here. And then you were talking about my doggies. Well, there's my shack dogs right here.
I love it.
So, and I do have 2 rescues too. I have a Jack Russell Wiener dog mix. His name is Mr. Pickles, but we call him Sir Barks a lot because, like the other gentleman was saying, he barks a lot. and then the other dog, it's his name is Bo, and he's a boxer or some kind of dog. But I'll tell you what, he gets out, he's gone. He's like a greyhound. He's gone.
Oh.
But all you got to do is open your car door, and he comes running because he likes to ride. So.
Dogs love rides. Well, Kev, you do so much in the ham radio world. And in fact, you were doing a special event 1 year and you heard a call for help from Puerto Rico during Hurricane Maria. Isn't that right?
That's correct. I operate as one of the operators for the Fire Prevention Week in October. I've done it for several years. There's several other things too. I also operate as one of the operators for the POW MIA special event. And so anyway, the Fire Prevention Week, I was actually operating, and I heard this gentleman calling CQ with traffic. And so I told everybody, just be quiet, let me answer this call. It was very weak, but I heard him. And we carried on a conversation, and he asked me to do a relay for our family up in the Northeast. I actually think it was in Connecticut. So he gave me the information, and I actually called the folks or her family, and telling her that their family member that was in Puerto Rico, they had a generator explode.
Whoa.
And she got burned.
Oh,
and they were medevacing. They were on one of the smaller islands off the coast of Puerto Rico. So they were medevacing her back to Puerto Rico where the main hospital was. And he wanted me to relay that message to their family that she had been injured and was being transported to the hospital. At first, when I called, they thought it was a gag and then I had to call him back a third time actually, and then the husband got on the phone, and I had to explain to him that I'm a ham radio operator. I received a message from an individual operating in Puerto Rico for disaster relief, and then he said, okay, and then I mentioned the name. I said, yep, that's her. So the message got passed, and several months later, one of the editors from QST got in touch with me and did a little blurb about it. Valerie's also mentioned in the article too, so she's there too. Everybody knows Valerie.
Of course, yeah. They went out and did they were part of the force of 50 that deployed to Puerto Rico. Yeah.
So as a thing to me, I scruffed up as many of that month's QST magazine, and I have a bunch of them. But what I did, rather than destroy the magazine, I scanned the front cover and the actual article, and I framed it, put it on the wall here in the shack.
Awesome. Well, most deserving. That's a very unique way to help and answer the call, a welfare call.
And essentially that's what we do for public safety.
Yeah.
And I know, Amanda, you're big into the e-com, so that's that's the first time I've ever had or handled emergency traffic. The other thing that I've done as far as emergency traffic, when I lived in Panama City, when hurricane came through the Panhandle, not Michael, but this is years before. I operated as a disaster shelter thing. My job was to operate from the American Red Cross chapter house for that area of North Florida. So I had it all set up, had my little TV, watching the Weather Channel, and all the shelters actually had radios and operators in the facility. So, and at that last time, my dad was visiting me, so I took him with him, so he got to see what I actually do to help public safety. So that was kind of neat.
It is. It's completely awesome, and it can definitely justify any money that you have sunk into your ham shack. So, all right.
Mhm.
Well, thank you, Kev. When is your final net going to be?
I'll do tonight, and then the last one for the month of August. Whatever show we have for the month of August will be the last one I do. So, if someone is interested in picking it up, just get in touch with me. You can find me my call sign at Gmail, or just get through Amanda. Amanda knows how to get a hold of me,
Absolutely.
and we'll go through there. In fact, Amanda, is it here? Nope. I don't know what to do with them. But I found this box of QST cards from the last
Oh, okay. Yeah, QSL card.
the special event for Ham Nation.
Okay.
I still got a bunch left.
Well, I know our hosts would like to also say some words to you, so I'm going to pass it around the room. Don, did you want to go first?
Yeah, absolutely. Kevin, great job. It's been a long time you've been doing this, and greatly appreciate it. I always enjoy running into you in Huntsville, and not sure if you're going to be there this weekend coming up. I'm not, unfortunately, so we'll miss you there, but hopefully we'll be able to see you many more times before we all
come
go
to Orlando,
to
Don.
the other.
Come over to Orlando. You're not that far away.
That's a bucket list thing for me. It's more of a time and money thing where I'll have one or the other and never both. And while I'm talking to, I wanted to show you something. You have your little K9 EID section back there. If you look in the shot behind me, you see the W5
PY,
the W5 PY, the green QSL card right there. Right next to that, the black one is a K9 EID card. And I also have this great picture of Bob from a QST cover.
Oh, yeah. I see that every time I go to Ham Radio Outlet. They have that picture up.
What kind of is bittersweet is on the other side. It says this.
Oh, yeah.
We miss him. And we're going to miss you as well when you relinquish the net. But hopefully someone will pick it up and keep it going. So, Kevin, thank you so much for everything you've done for us. We appreciate it.
When you come, if you make it to Orlando, I don't know if I'm usually there on Fridays. I work for a software company that supports ham radio, but I'm definitely there on Saturdays, whether I'm working or not, because it's right in my backyard. And like most hams now, you've got so much stuff you really don't need much other than little throwaway stuff. I just go now more or less just to schmooze and socialize.
There you go.
I can't remember the last time I bought something at a ham fest. Anyway, thanks, Kevin. We appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Now, Gordo, you've checked into his net lots of times.
Absolutely. Kevin, the very best to you. We hope family issue gets resolved to the positive. And thank you for all you've done for keeping us on the air via your great net running. Thank you, Kevin.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Kev. It's been amazing. Always love to hear you. He always made us hosts feel special because he's always like pauses for hosts to jump in there because he's had some wicked pileups.
Yeah.
And it was really hard to get through. Really, really hard, especially from the West Coast to Florida, things like that, depending on band conditions. So thank you, Kevin.
I will say thank you too, Kevin. It's good to bump into you.
Amanda, I would like to say that.
Thank you.
Just to hang on just a minute, Josh. Amanda, it was really great to work you when you and your husband were working off the Last Man Standing stage.
Oh, yeah. That was fun. Yeah.
In fact, that's my shrine to Last Man Standing right there.
Oh, yeah. I can see. I have that card. Yeah.
I have that certificate. Yep.
So
that's something that will live with us a lifetime and we'll never get to do it again. And
yeah. That's right. We'll never experience that RFI
No.
ever again, Amanda.
We will not. I should have did the mic drop. Hung up my microphone. Done. All right, Kev. Well, we appreciate you and everyone on the net that's jumping in on the net. Make sure you give him a very, very special thank you. So
absolutely.
I think we have to go to Newsline next.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Also, another card back here on the wall behind me is the one of the Last Man Standing QSL cards. So I've got one of those back there too. Yeah, that was a fun time. Sure was. All right, let's go ahead and get to the news of the week from Amateur Radio Newsline. We do not have a solar update from Dr. T tonight because her daughter is starting school tomorrow. So she has been in full super mom mode and hasn't really had time to look up at the sun. And really, you shouldn't look at the sun anyway. That's you end up like me, but that's a whole story for another day. Let's go ahead and just roll that beautiful bean footage, shall we? From Amateur Radio Newsline Report number 2493, this is Ham Nation Headlines for Wednesday, August 13th, 2025. Our top story takes us to space, where a satellite created through the partnership of two nations will provide a window into some of the natural disasters plaguing us here on Earth.
An unprecedented joint satellite project between the Indian Space Research Organisation and NASA is giving researchers the hope of better studying the Earth's climate and helping improve responses to natural disasters by monitoring the most subtle changes on Earth, including its glaciers and wetlands. The satellite is known as NISA, the NASA ISRO Synthetic Aperture Radar Mission. Its launch aboard an ISRO spacecraft on the 30th of July from the Satish Dhawan Space Center centered on its mission to send microwaves to collect data from different surfaces on the planet. When processed, the data will be visible in an exceptionally high resolution. An estimated 80 terabytes of data will be collected daily. Scientists have said that the method has, quote, unprecedented accuracy, end quote. Researchers and governments around the world will be able to view the data via a cloud platform where they will have open access. The project is being praised as the first collaborative satellite mission of its kind between the Indian and US space agencies. This is Jim Meechan, ZL2BHF.
We have an update on AST Space Mobile's attempt at grabbing part of the 70-centimeter ham band. From Newsline anchor Paul Brown, WD9GCO.
A Texas telecommunications company asking for FCC permission to use amateur radio frequencies between 430 and 440 megahertz has submitted a response to the U.S. regulator defending itself against concerns from ham radio operators over interference. The letter, written by AST Space Mobile, assures the agency that its satellites are designed to, quote, mitigate interference, end quote. The company also said it would shut down its use of the band if interference was found. The company's filing, reported in the PC Magazine website, reads in part that the FCC has found that AST Space Mobile's prior demonstration of no interference conform to ITU regulations and are, quote, sufficient to authorize a limited non-conforming use, end quote. The PC Magazine website noted that the FCC has received more than 2,500 comments in protest of the company's proposed use of the band.
Elsewhere in space, two more hams have arrived aboard the ISS after a brief delay of their launch.
NASA's SpaceX Crew 11 arrived at the International Space Station in the early hours of Saturday, the 2nd of August, after a launch that suffered a one-day weather delay due to poor weather. Commander Zena Cardman, KJ5CMN, and pilot Mike Fink, KE5AIT, were accompanied by two mission specialists, JAXA astronaut Camilla Uyi and Roscosmos cosmonaut Oleg Platonov. During their 7-month tenure aboard the orbiting laboratory, the team will conduct experiments on the impact of microgravity on bacteria-killing viruses. They will also study plant cell division and human stem cells. The ISS assignment marks the first time in space for both Zena Cardman and Oleg Platonov. This is Travis Lisk, N3 ILS.
And that's all from the Amateur Radio Newsline, your independent source for amateur radio news since 1976 at arnewsline.org. With Jim Meechan, ZL2BHF, Paul Brown, WD9GCO, Travis Lisk, N3ILS, Caryn Eve Murray, KD2GUT at the news desk in New York, and our news team across the globe. I'm Don Wilbanks, AE5DW. 7-3, we'll see you next time here on Ham Nation. And a up in space version of the Ham Nation headlines for tonight. And a big thanks to all of the Newsline crew for helping us put that together. And again, no Dr. T tonight, so make sure you check out her X feed at Tamitha Skov, also her YouTube channel, Tamitha Skov, and of course there's spaceweatherwoman.com to see exactly what our local star is doing. Now I think it's time to toss over to our local star, and that's Amanda, K1DDN, and let's see what is in Ham it, can it, or what am it?
Okay. I'm excited.
Okay. Okay.
I don't know why I was that animated. Okay, let's start over. All right. We've got Hammett, Cannon, or whatever.
I shook her. That's funny.
Yeah, you got her.
Okay, this was I need more information on this whole bit, but
yes.
Angelina County in Texas has approved using ham radios for emergency communications. Reading the article, it's a news article and a news station, and so it was a video. But I don't know what system they had approved, but this is an amazing step for this county to approve this. And I don't know if this came from the severe flash flooding that they had or what have you, but be responsible with your ham radio system is what we're calling it. This is going to be obviously a repeater system, and it's going to be dedicated for Aries or MCOM use. But don't forget, there's still rules in there when you make these agreements or these MOUs with your counties that they have to understand that an amateur radio operator still has to be on both ends. So it doesn't mean that they just get full use of the systems. Obviously, the mutual agreement is actually with the operators, not necessarily the system. So this is a great job, though. It's always amazing work, and it is so hard to get these kind of agreements with your emergency managers and your counties, your sheriff, search and rescue. So good job, you guys. And I'd like to maybe have you on the show to tell us how you did it and what you're doing for your county. Okay, moving on. This is a big question. A lot of people are like, should I change my call sign? Now, Josh and Gordo have obviously never changed their call signs, and I don't think you ever plan on changing your call sign, correct?
Probably not now.
Correct.
Gordo? Yeah, no change. Yeah, a lifetime known 100%.
I think I'm
not imaginable.
I don't think I can change it.
Don, you've never changed your call sign, have you?
Yeah, my original call was Kilo Charlie 5 Mike Foxtrot Alpha, which made for lots of fun with phonetics. I changed it.
Oh my gosh!
I changed it. Yeah. I changed it to Alpha Echo 5 Delta Whiskey because, when I upgraded the extra, I wanted an alpha call, and the AE is my dad's first and middle initial, and of course the DW is my first and first and middle. So yeah.
And
that's first and last, my first and middle. And Tyler had his original call. I don't even remember what that was. The day that we got his original call sign was the day that we applied for N7TMW. So he's had that. He never even used his original call. So he's had a vanity since day one.
I did not use my original call either. When I was issued KD2GUT, I said I was never talking on the radio. So yes, I changed mine right away.
Yeah.
Did not use it.
Yeah.
But there's reason. You guys do you do you. If you want a new call sign and you want it to match your initials or what have you, or if you feel the need to, if you change regions and you really want your number to match the region that you live in, absolutely change it.
Sure.
Now,
I don't think I would ever do it.
Now let's talk about this person in particular, though. What he's not mentioning is if he's a CW operator. If he's a CW operator, then N5BC would be the better call sign. It's less CW weight.
Less, yes. Now,
So
I'm
that's
guessing
good.
the BC is because of his last
Obviously,
initial.
it's his initials. Yeah, Bill Crowell. Yeah. So.
Yeah. So
Yeah. Why not?
I would.
Hey,
I
why don't you do
probably.
it?
I didn't answer the question on X, but I would have said yes. Sure, do it.
Yeah. Why not? If you want to do it.
Okay. Update. Hams Over IP has invited everyone that used to use Ham Shack Hotline to put in an application to switch over. You need just research this a little bit, everybody. They do want you to put in an application. They want you to be approved to be on their system, and they have an excellent person that lives in Hawaii that is very technical oriented that will help you switch over anything. Now, you might be inundated here pretty soon with everybody switching, but it's still it's a good alternative. And I told everyone I would bring this and let you know what I was doing. And we've had Hams Over IP for a bit in our shack. So
cool.
Yeah, you've
Works
ran
good.
multiple systems, right? Is that one of the ones you'd recommend?
Absolutely. That is my current my phone number listed in QST for section manager, because you have to list a phone number, is a hands over IP phone number.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's a
slick.
slick way. Yes.
Yeah.
I like
So-
that. That's
Yeah.
super smart, Amanda. Oh, you sold me. You sold me, Amanda.
I like
I'm on
that.
board. I'm
Yeah.
on board.
Yeah, when you have to list a phone number, I'm like, I don't know what the publication is right now, but at 130 some odd thousand,
Yeah.
no, it's a no. You can't have my cell phone number. So,
Yeah.
okay, this is a what am I?
That's Bill again.
Yeah, that's a.
Is that
yeah,
Bill
he-
again? Oh, he's
Yeah,
popular tonight. I didn't even
But
notice
it's
that.
it's a balanced feed line into a.
Mhm.
Wow, that is a lot
Yeah,
of
I
ferrites
didn't-
he's got slapped on
I
that bad
didn't-
boy,
Look at
and
that.
a grounding line.
Is that necessary? I don't have that on mine. Is there a reason, or
he
it's
hates
just he
common
just
mode
went
current.
above and beyond?
He
Yeah,
hates
clearly.
common mode current. He hates it.
Never have seen this in my life, and I've seen a lot of feed line going into people's shacks and such. So
He must
I
have
wasn't
some
sure if
kind
I
of
was missing
RF
it.
Yeah.
generator outside his house or something that he's trying to
Maybe so.
slap it down or something. But this is a man who's tried everything and just started slapping ferrites on everything that had a small enough diameter he could get a clip on.
If the
Also, just go
Oh,
ahead,
if
Gordo.
if the outside is getting sticky, I wonder how much power he's running, ready to go into meltdown, huh?
That
Yeah,
that was
really.
my next comment. Is I also have had a lot of LMR 400 in my hands, and I have never seen it like go bad or
Never.
the outside get weird. And
Maybe
Gordo would be the
pulling out
expert on this.
The shrink tube or something, whatever is on those ferrites. Maybe.
Yeah, he's got something going on.
Yeah.
I think so. Bill, best of luck to you. Change your call sign. We'll figure the rest out later.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. This is just really cool because I've seen my husband lately struggle with seeing the boards that he's working on and soldering. And this is I don't know if this is even affordable, but I have never
Yeah,
seen one in
it is.
someone's shack. But this is so cool, and it looks so much better on my computer screen when I was pulling it off. But this chip is so clean and clear with this little magnification.
microscope, yeah, that's
Yes.
neat.
I don't know what their price point is or anything, but if you ever see one, get it. Plus, he's working on his QMX, and I thought that was pretty cool too. It sounded like he had to put it together.
Yeah,
And
it's a kit.
it is a kit. Okay.
Yeah, so really quickly, just to give you a price point, you can spend anything from $60 on Temu for one, which I wouldn't recommend. I'd probably say go to like the $120 mark. And then they can go up as high as $400. I have a very nice one that actually has an HDMI output, so I can connect it to a television, like a big
Right.
TV.
And then can you record
Yes,
too and like show your viewers what
yeah,
you're
yeah,
doing?
yeah,
Okay.
exactly. They work really, really well. Highly recommended
Yeah.
if you're like I'm getting with the screen printing. It makes it a little difficult.
Yeah.
You can definitely solder on those. They work really well. They're great.
This is really nifty.
Yeah.
Everyone invest.
Yeah.
For sure.
I'm of the age where I have reading glasses in every room and in both cars.
So does Jeff, and he never has them with him, and it's starting to piss me off.
everywhere but on his head.
Yes. And I'm saying this very quiet. Certain things get bought online that he didn't read the very small print about the description, and it's wrong.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Moving on. This is just rich of the Red Cross. Okay. Red Cross has canceled like a lot of their MOUs with Aries and amateur radio operators. And for them to come out and say, hey, we'd like some ham radio helpers to serve as duty officers. This is a shift volunteer position, and we need you to listen for survivors and such. You guys had this like the whole time, and we've had all these agreements to come serve you as soon as possible.
That's
And
right.
Hey, Amanda.
yeah,
What is an MOU? You use that? I don't know the acronym.
it's a mutual agreement.
Okay.
Memorandum of Understanding.
Yes.
Ah, yes.
So they are important to a lot of levels, but they're not always A, current, or B, not signed, or they're sitting there waiting to be signed, but we still do the same jobs even without those. And people kind of this is getting off a little bit, but like my Aries group here has a handshake MOU with our emergency manager, meaning that whenever there's an incident that could possibly require extra comms, we're there.
Mm-hmm.
It's not signed and it's not legal, but those are the kind of things you would like to see, so that you know that you're always welcome to the table when incidents happen. So
you do it because it's the right thing to do.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Didn't the Red Cross have a radio group though, or was that the Salvation Army? Didn't they have their own thing? Like right?
And
am I wrong here? Or
no,
am
and
I
then
out of it?
then they decommissioned all of them because years ago, I'm gonna say maybe 10 years ago.
It was
they
like
decided
it's not
that
React, it's some other group. I can't remember what it was called.
But it could be. Are you thinking about Saturn, the Saturn group? Salvation Army.
Yeah, it might have been Salvation Army. Okay.
But American Red Cross did have their own combi vehicle, and I've been in it. I've toured it. I've seen what they had in it, and they were exceptional. And then they decommissioned them all. So this is like rubbing me the wrong way because they have all of our Aries teams everywhere throughout the United States that they don't have to put this request out, and they could have the qualified people. So anyhow, okay, I digress. Gordo, you're with me on this. You're feeling this.
Yep, I was the communications officer for our local Red Cross. And when they got their own businessman radios and satellite radios, I know we were doomed. But those good ham radio operators lended in keeping their telecommunications computers at evacuation sites rolling.
Bump it up a bit, Gordo. You dipped. Your volume dipped. But okay, yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it either, Amanda.
I'm just miffed at best.
Yeah.
Can it, Red Cross?
Can it?
Get with it. Okay, and Kev, by the way, in the background is saying that he's on 7210.5 right now.
Give some love to Kev.
Yes. And this is sent by Randy. He said, "Ears for your helmet, or can it?" Total AI, obviously.
I've had about 17 people send me that over
I want that radio
Facebook
on top.
and
I want that thing.
all the other.
I don't know what any of them are. I just like the pig. Actually, it's pretty cute. I think that's my last. I have one video to show, and
we're going multimedia with Ham at Canada.
Wow.
I'm just. This is what Jeff has to do to get to a repeater site in Colorado. So let me.
Should be interesting.
Oh, let me have to reshare. I'm sorry, because I only shared a screen.
An airdrop. They're parachuting Jeff in.
Okay, let me
on the repeater.
So sometimes that would be way easier.
That would be easier. Oh, here we go.
Oh wow, this ought to be good then.
You have to take a UTV, and it's an hour. But if you were to take a vehicle, sometimes it's
look
not.
at that boulder. Yeah.
Oh my lord.
Got that side by side action going.
Yeah.
Need
this
the Mars
is what
rover
it takes to get up to 12,000 feet to our repeater sites. And
wow.
Again, it's sometimes those trees on the side, sometimes they're over the road. So you also have to bring a chainsaw with you. And thank goodness we have the winch and stuff. This is just like so hairy.
Oh, yeah.
Well, some of those rocks are mighty inconvenient, aren't they?
Yeah, look at that thing.
Placement there.
Yeah, another one
Who
scraped
put that
on it.
there?
Yeah, a little scraping going on there. I saw that.
There's no audio because you would hear a lot
It'd be
of
cursing all through it. Yeah, I'm starting to say, yeah. Not
like,
safe for work.
Holy bleep. And
that's wild.
So
you either hit the big boulder or you fall off the mountain.
There are 500-foot drops right off of this.
That looks like it.
And there is a pucker factor for them.
Yeah,
so
well, can that.
That's what it takes in Colorado.
I ain't interested in that.
Impressive. That's impressive.
That's what they do to go to a repeater site. So it's all day. And most of it is travel time for half an hour's worth of work to maybe change out one thing.
When I see that, I'm not so upset about living the humid life here at sea level.
I 100% would take that over having to climb a 1,000-foot tower, though.
Oh, totally. 100%, Amanda.
Well, that's true.
100%.
That's true.
1,000%.
That's true.
Yes,
yep.
totally.
We've got some. I think we've got a 1,300-foot down here somewhere.
Nope.
I mean, he was taking Jeff was taking a side by side on basically a trail for horses or mules.
Yeah, it's a goat trail.
That's a
goat trail.
That's a deer trail. Yeah. And that they do airdrop up there. Obviously the building was airdropped, things like that. All the propane tanks for backup generators, stuff like that. But they still have to fill it up, and the truck has to go up that.
Whoa.
So
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah, because that'd be a long hose to drag
yeah,
up there, wouldn't
and
it?
they have to do like a lot of recon to make sure, because during the monsoons these roads wash out, and that's what these boulders in the middle are like. That's what
They
part
just
of
wash
it is
down
from.
and yeah.
Mhm.
Wow.
So it's crazy. That's what we see in Colorado. Okay. All right, let's wrap this up. Kev is on 7210.5. Don't forget, we've got D-Star on 14 Charlie. And join us again in 2 weeks. I don't know what our show is going to be yet. I'll put something together. It'll be right before.
Randy's in the chat right now. He says about 25 6-meter FT8 contacts right now. 6-meter apparently is open where he's at. So.
Oh wow!
Not just the meteor showers open, but he's also got some.
But don't forget to turn on your radios and listen to 10 and 6, 5125, and record it and share it online. Teach us all about how you're doing it. That's interesting stuff. So, okay.
And, try 14694 common repeater. And if you don't have one in your area, that's wonderful, because you'll hear them about 2 or 3.
Really, I do not have a repeater in my area. Our closest one is 58. So, okay. Anybody else have anything that they're doing? Huntsville, everybody, have fun.
Have fun in Huntsville.
I got to tell you, one of the best experiences last week I had at DEF CON with the ham radio people at DEF CON and the RF Village. I had an amazing time. Cannot recommend DEF CON more for people that are very tech nerdy, hacker-ish types. You guys would love it. But yeah, Huntsville, I'm getting on a plane tomorrow morning very early, so I'll see you there.
Leaving.
Very good.
On a jet plane. Okay.
Well, travel safe. Tell everybody I said hello over there.
I will say hi.
My chat room disappeared. It blitzed out. So bye, chat room. Thanks everyone for watching. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
73, everybody. We will talk to you soon. See ya.